Alright, also tonight the Perunga wishes become available, and with that, you'll be able to make a wish to get one of the 6th anniversary main characters if you choose to do so. And I think that this is a really cool feature. So today I'm going to be dropping team building guides for Gogeta, Vegeta, and all the different characters. Vegeta is already live on the channel, and next we're of course hopping into the Gogeta team building guide. We'll be talking about, how to use this guy best on teams, how this guy is, able to work out in a lot of these different situations, and best partners for him as well. I think will be really cool. Of course, we'll be focusing on his main team first and foremost. Then after that, we'll be talking about some other potential options he will be on. But, if you guys already know what kind of teams you're going to run for this guy, let me know in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's hop right into the team building guide right away. Now we'll be starting off with his own team, of course. His team is the Successors category team, Fused Fighters and Pure Saiyans Key 3, 200% HP and 170% to attack and defense. Then he does give Gifted Warriors and Fusion category allies an additional 50% HP attack and defense, as long as they're within the first 3 categories as well. So this is pretty much, I would say, you could argue this is the second best team in the game. Very, very close with like even Uncontrollable Power. I feel like the Vegeta team is overall better, but this guy has still a really good roster of characters with both Pure Saiyans and the Fused Fighters team, which, are both very, very good teams just in general, right? And again, just putting together a really quick team build. Not necessarily the best team build here, but this is something you could do. UI Goku as a slot 1, Tech Broly as a slot 1. You do want Rainbow Orb changing on this team. I think Rainbow Orb changing could be really important because, if we're running all these Gogeta characters, a lot of them do like Rainbow Orbs. This character is indeed a Rainbow Orb changer. They are getting the 220% leader skill. I think this is one of the better characters you could run on this setup, right? Links very well with the Gogeta. UI Goku Tech Broly will be, holding down slot 1. S-tier Gogeta is another supporting character. So all in all, I think, a team build similar to this would work very nicely in the most difficult content in the game. You have your slot 1 coverage and things like that. Again, other characters that you could run in slot 1, maybe you could run Int Daima Goku. I think this guy, if you have him, is a very consistent slot 1. But I would say probably one of the things about this team is that there's not consistent slot 1 characters overall in terms of like a wide range. You could run Namek Goku here. I think that could be fine. But, contrary to, let's say, even the Vegeta team, Namek Goku's not getting supported, right? This Vegeta is supporting Successors and Fusion characters, so that's why I'm kind of potentially leaning towards those type of characters, I think, to be, like, very useful. You could run Blue Evolution Int on the team as a slot 1 early on in the fights, but later on in the fights, you'll need, some other characters that could accurately hold it, or maybe not accurately, consistently, because if this guy gets tagged with the super instantly, it could be a little bit of trouble for him. But besides that, again, you have a lot of different options. The Tech LR Gods and the Physical Super Saiyan 4s, we don't know what their EZAs are going to be like just yet. But these guys are getting supported by Vegeta and Goku. At least the Gogeta portion of them, right? And then beyond that, these guys are also on the full 220%. So if they become slot 1 viable characters, these characters could be really nice. I just something I want to point out. Maybe you don't have Teclar or Gogeta, but you have the physical blue Gogeta. He could actually still be a nice little floating option. Once you get blue Gogeta out, especially, this guy's providing a lot of healing, a lot of different stuff, the Rainbow Orb changing, right? And he does have a target skill to help protect your team at the end of fights. So I think that blue Gogeta actually is quite a good option here as well. You could run Physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku. If you have S-tier Blue Evolution Vegeta, this Vegeta card does actually provide the unit super attack effect to this guy, which is really good. Actually, I just thought of something. Another slot 1 character. This guy's EZA is not out yet at the time of this recording, but he will be releasing on the 20th/21st, depending on your time zone. This character, I think, is going to be a really good slot 1 character overall, and I think he'll be a really good option in case you need one on this team. So if you pulled this guy by summoning on the Carnival banners, or, over the last few years, this character could actually be a genuine option on this team as a slot 1 viable character. But yeah, I mean, this team, I mean, Chad, at the end of the day, it's kind of just the Tech Vegeta team, but a little worse You do have more villain options you could dip into, like, you know, maybe LR Golden Frieza. But, I mean, like, you're not running like big bad bosses villains on this team. It's kind of weird. Unless you run a specific, like, big bad bosses rotation and you're floating Gogeta around. Like, you could if you want to, like, kind of get a specific role, like a specific team build, but it'd be a little weird. Like if maybe you're floating this guy as like a support character, and then Gogeta at the end is a mega support character too. That could be nice. If you have Tech or Vegito, I think he's a character you could easily run on this team. Tech UI Goku, if you have to, could also work our slot 1. Unfortunately, Tech Beerus isn't really a good slot 1 on this team because of the fact that he does want movie bosses, Realm of Gods, or Exploding Rage. There's not going to be a lot of those really on this build, so I don't know. I think, you know, something like AGL UI here, you could run Great Ape Goku, right? AGL Super Vegeta could work decently here, but just something random like this could work. Again, this team is still very good. As long as you have slot 1 covered, you'll be perfectly fine. But lots of options here, especially with pure Saiyans, man. I mean, there's tons and tons of different options available. So hopefully Successors gets better. We get a couple of Vegetas this year would be nice. Super Saiyan 3 Super Easy Vegeta would be also really awesome for slot 1. But we'll have to wait and see. Let's move on to the next team for this Vegeta. The next team I'm actually going to bring up here is the Super Saiyan Trio team. So this character does give All Out Struggle, Super Saiyans, or Power of Wishes, Key 3 and 170% to HP attack and defense. Then if you're also in Movie Heroes or Connected Hope, you get an additional 30% to HP attack and defense. So this Vegeta does fit the 200% portion of this team. But the really important thing is that this guy does want Movie Heroes or All Out Struggle characters on the same rotation, which is perfect for this character who's a Movie Heroes character. So this guy will be able to help the Super Saiyan Trio get their full passive, which is definitely a huge plus for this character, right? Getting this guy there. Now, you won't be supporting them, but at least the Vegeta won't be supporting them, but these guys will be giving this character up to 154% defense if you're keeping them on rotation, things like that, right? And I think overall, you know, if you want kind of like a very fun, even Movie Heroes kind of base team, you could do this setup, right? I think there's a lot of really good options here. You can actually end up running the Tech Gogeta this team as well. You could put Tech Vegeta on this team, right? Just a lot of really fun different characters. In Super Saiyan 2, Gohan does fit this team as well, right? As part of the All Out Struggle. This guy is like a super class support, and he's also a Rainbow Orb Changer. So that's a team you can get this character on. LR Bulma is another really good Rainbow Orb Changer. Maybe you have S Tier Gogeta here, right? I mean, ideally, I think the one thing that's missing on this team is, again, like I said, always, you know, it's slot 1 for like the hardest fights in the game. But throughout a lot of the different content, you can actually put these guys in slot 1, and they're not the worst option ever for sure. If you got Daima Goku fits this team though. He could be a really nice slot 1 character for you, man. Daima Goku's just options continue to skyrocket, man. Namek Goku is another character you can put on this team, and I think he'll be looking a lot better compared to other teams because he's getting this like a mass defensive buff, right? So I think something like this could actually work out very well. You have the Gogetas to link with this guy. Maybe you could throw Vegeta on this team. You have the S Tier Gogeta providing support. There's a lot of support kind of stuff going on here. If you throw Bulma in here as well, you're getting multi-turn support, right? Really good stuff going on with this Super Saiyan's team right now. You could even throw this guy on there. He's not Super Saiyan, of course, but he is on the All Out Struggle category. So that's another really interesting thing. Just all in all, you're getting tons of value from this team, honestly, and this team continues to get buffs, so it's really not a bad option in the most difficult content. I've seen people run this team in the most difficult fights still. So if there's like, you know, you kind of want to run a slightly different team build for this Gogeta, I think something like this could be really nice. It's a pretty expansive team. Again, you could try different units, like I said, like Bulma out and stuff like that. So this could be fun. Just an example of a mock-up team that you can definitely run for this Gogeta in this fight, right? And at the end of fights, this guy will also be able to provide the active skill buff, man. And whew, that 54% plus the orb changing is going to be huge here. Next, we'll be talking about the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku team. And this is different from just like not Majin Buu Saga, but specifically his team because of the fact that, you know, obviously this Gogeta is not on the Majin Buu Saga team. but he is on the Otherworld Warriors category. And I thought this is a little fun thing to bring up because if you take a look here, I mean, this team is not, it's not even bad, right? You actually have some really good options here. Like, this is a genuine team who could run a difficult content. Otherworld Warriors. Is that not crazy, guys? I just feel like bringing it up just because, one, it's funny. But, you know, even with this team, you could expand into Majin Buu Saga. You could expand into Accelerated Battle. You could throw Glorio on this team, man. If you want to run a Glorio here, multi-turn support, this guy's like just obviously doing really well too. Bam, you have multi-turn support now with Glorio for 3 turns, right? Maybe you want to throw Family Kamehameha Gohan instead. You have this guy. Maybe, you know, like this team is quite, again, like I said, expansive. Maybe you want to run into Ultimate Gohan. You're like, yeah, I like running into Ultimate Gohan. You could run this guy, right, as a multi-turn support there. I don't know. Honestly, this is just kind of a, not really a funny team, but like Otherworld Warriors as an actual viable team is the funniest thing ever. Because, and again, if you're new to Dokkan, this team was always quite bad, but now it's actually really good. I mean, you even have the Frieza and Goku, which honestly, in my opinion, don't really fit this team. They are Battle of Fate support, but still, I guess the only issue with this team could be slot 1 characters in longer fights, but if you're in short fights, you're gonna have a lot of options here. I don't know, we could throw this guy or Esther or Gogeta, right? Probably the better character here. This is just a fun thing. And again, you could throw, like I said, other Majin Buu Saga characters, AGL Super, Vegeta, things like that. Overall, just a fun little team you could do and test things around with. I think with both Super Saiyan 3 Gokus as your leader, they could sit in slot 1 throughout most of the fight and be able to hold that down. Since you already will have 2 of them, you could really just run whoever else you want at this point. So this will be a fun team in general as well. And I think the last team we'll on things off with is the Tech Transforming Vegeta's team. This guy does lead not Pure Saiyans, my bad. He does lead the Vegeta's family and Super Saiyans team. Then he does actually give an additional 30% to Pure Saiyans as one of them. I believe Battle Wits. And then, actually, I forgot the last team. My bad, chat. Let me actually bring that up just in a second. But this team, again, is a team that has gone massively improved during the 10th anniversary with a bunch of different Vegeta-type characters that are actually fitting this team. Like, this Transforming Vegeta is definitely not the best, like, anymore, but he still is a usable character. That's, like, a good character, right? By the way, the last team is Master Evolution. He's able to sit slot 1 and maybe, not, like, the toughest mega fights ever, but in some of these other fights, he can just sit there for you. You have Tech Vegeta on this team. You could run Easy A Grade A Vegeta into Blue Evolution. You got STR Blue Evolution, right? You have the Angel Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, which could actually get his unit super attack with both this guy and the Vegito card going around, right? Again, this guy could sit slot 1 for you very nicely as well. You also have, you know, I think this character will easy eventually, right? So, like, there are a lot of different options here, actually, which is really funny. And if you want to, we talked about this team earlier, but you could dip into the Super Saiyans category team and get a whole lot of different options, such as, you know, LR Gogeta, such as STR Super EZA Gogeta, and Namagoku, right? Overall, just a lot of fun little options here for this specific setup. And you need to run the physical Super Saiyan Goku, Gohan, and Trunks that we talked about earlier too. But that is pretty much all there is for these different teams. Again, I think Vegeta Family will continue to get better throughout the year. There's some Vegeta Family EZAs that we could see. Vegeta and Trunks. We could see maybe a new Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta could be really interesting. I already talked about him, but yeah, the Super Saiyan 3 Super EZA STR Vegeta, right? And again, I'm kind of thinking this character is not only just a Gogeta card, but he's also Vegeta for a good portion of the fight. So that's something to kind of keep in mind as well. And again, later on, this guy is a mega support. He's providing a lot of healing. This guy is just invincible. So compared to the Vegito side of the card, I feel like this guy doesn't need as much stuff built around him. I think you can kind of throw him on teams easier. So that's maybe a plus for this Gogeta. Either way, well, I guess both of them you could throw on teams very easy, but I think with Vegeta, you kind of want to build things maybe around his counters, whereas this guy is helping other characters on the team, right? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Either way, Thanks all for watching. Hopefully this helps you with Gogeta team building and everything related to that. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.